Congratulations, Toros.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hearty congratulations.
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 You did it. You should be so proud of yourselves.
For your fortuitousness and your perseverance.
We are so proud of you and all of your hard work.
The staff and faculty are so proud of you.
On your grit and determination to succeed under adverse conditions.
Feel good about what you did. Feel proud, again, of yourself.
And I'm excited to see all of you go out and make big changes.
Go out there, create your own lane of success because the world needs you.
Take that focused determination into your new careers.
I wish you success and good luck.
And we wish you all the best.
But don't forget about us.
And remember, once a Toro, always a Toro.
Good luck again. Go Toros.
Go Toro.
Go Toros.
You've got this.
Good evening. My name is Michael Spagna, and I am the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, and it is my honor to welcome you to the 54th commencement ceremonies of California State University, Dominguez Hills. Will you please continue to stand with me and welcome CSUDH Gabby Flores as she leads us in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare. The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Give it up for Gabby! Now that's a way to start a ceremony. Good afternoon. Or is it all the way evening after 6 o'clock? Hard to tell with the sun shining so bright when the rest of the country is managing tornadoes and floods and some people still having snow up in the Rockies. We sitting on Southern California sunshine. Somebody need to say, I like it here. Are y'all glad to be outside for a minute? How about y'all? Y'all glad to be outside a minute? How about y'all up there? You glad to be outside a minute? So good evening, class of 2021. I am Dr. Thomas Parham, your president of California State University, Dominguez Hills. And it is my pleasure to welcome you and your guests on behalf of this distinguished faculty, our illustrious staff, this magnificent administration, to this wonderful and marvelous university we call the Toro Nation. Welcome to the Toro Nation, everybody. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce to you today our platform party. And on stage are the following chief academic and administrative officers and special guests of the university. While I introduce them, I would invite you to please hold your applause until all members of the platform party have been recognized. And beginning on my left, please stand as you are recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Kimberly Costino, Dean, Undergraduate Studies. See, y'all failed the test already. We holding our applause to the end. I know y'all just glad to be someplace out the house, right? Okay. Dr. Phil LaPolt, Dean, College of Natural and Behavioral Sciences. Dr. Laura Telemonte, Academic Senate Chair. Mr. Christopher Manriquez, Vice President for Information Technology, our tech guru. Dr. William Franklin, Vice President for Student Affairs. Jennifer Pettis, our student speaker. Claudia Payton, Interim Dean, College of Health, Human Services, and Nursing. Dr. John Price, Interim Dean, Graduate Studies. Ms. Deborah Wallace, our Chief Financial Officer and Vice President for Administration and Finance. Ms. Rahab Shwaib, your President of the Associated Students Incorporated. Dr. Victor Rodriguez, our keynote speaker. Mr. Scott Barrett, our Vice President for University Advancement. And you've already met Dr. Michael Spagna, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, please greet your platform party. Give it up! You mean y'all can't get in no more love than that? Give it up for your platform party. Thank you. Please be seated. Now, here at Dominguez Hills, we have an incredible community of faculty and staff who have guided and educated you over the course of your tenure with us. They have taught you, mentored you, encouraged you in ways that, quite frankly, we may never know. And today, some of your faculty are here to help celebrate this momentous day with you. We couldn't bring them all because of county regulations, but we brought, an important group. So I'd like you to please stand and direct your attention, to the Tennis Center Suites up top. And join me now in recognizing and thanking your faculty for all they have done for you and all they will do for those who will follow. Faculty, we salute you. Thank you very much. Give it up for your faculty. They look so beautiful, don't you agree? All right. Now, graduates, I know that you want to acknowledge and thank some other people here today, too. And I'm talking about your family. I'm talking about your friends. I'm talking about your loved ones who have supported and encouraged you on this very interesting and almost crazy journey. So I'd like you to take a moment, please stand, and I want you to give a hug to those people standing next to you who are able to join you today and thank your family for all they have invested in supporting your academic dreams and aspirations. Give it up for them. That's all right, you gotta step over somebody to get a hug, get you a hug in there. Not enough love in the world, and if you can show love to the people who've invested in you, then I think we're doing okay this afternoon, yeah? Now, as I offer my own remarks to our graduates of 2021, I would simply remind you that the excitement and joy that we feel as faculty and staff and senior administration and your president, when students first enter these grounds and halls of academia for the very first time, when they've stepped their first foot on campus, be they freshmen, transfer students, or graduate students, that feeling is matched only by the jubilation we experience at moments like this, when we watch students graduate with the degrees for which they have been recommended by their faculty. It excites us. Now, our mission here at California State University, Dominguez Hills, one of 23 campuses in the California State University system. It is, my friends, the largest system of public higher education in this entire nation. We take a back seat to nobody on the number of students that we educate. But let me let you know what you're applauding for. It's not just our size, because our mission is to provide access to our region and state citizenry. Our job is to expose them to a first-in-class educational experience that creates an atmosphere for the acquisition and dissemination of information, the free and rigorous exchange of ideas, pushing students to think more critically in analyzing facts and data, and embracing an environment where inquisition is encouraged, challenging bias and preconceived notions of the world is expected, cultivating, nurturing diversity and inclusive excellence is part of our institutional culture, and the fulfillment of your academic dreams and goals is realized. That's what we do here in the Toro Nation at Dominguez Hills. Now, we all bear witness today, particularly in this year, to a graduating class of both 2020, which we did in our first two ceremonies today, and 2021, which we'll do today and our next 2 days. Because that class, all of you have mastered these skills and dared, right, yourselves to persist and persevere through a range of challenges that life has confronted you with. A tripartite series of crises, the way I count, because it involved COVID pandemic, a state budget crisis with severe budget cuts, calls for more social justice and police reforms after the assault and murder on black and brown bodies and the assault on Asian American people across the country. All of those were the contextual variables that challenged the intellectual, emotional, behavioral, and spiritual sensibilities of you graduates. And yet, the difficulties you have all found a way to navigate will now become the teachable moments and the transferable assets that will assist you in the years ahead as you traverse the landscape of career endeavors, family life, civic engagement, right? All of which you will embrace. We hope that those will be the teaching moments. Now, without question, graduates, today as each of you crosses the threshold from this commencement exercise, I am certain that life will present you with an interesting range of opportunities, of challenges, and responsibilities. You hearing me? Opportunities, challenges, and responsibilities. The prophetic voice of one of my heroes, Dr. Martin Luther King, reminds us, hear me well, that our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. Let me say that again. That our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. So one opportunity that each of you has is to use your voice to speak up and speak out about those things that will really matter to you in this world. But I want you to do so knowing that the academic and co-curricular education, the facts, the data you have received during your time at CSUDH have sharpened your intellect, have crystallized your thinking, and have helped you to be more persuasive in the assertions you'll advance and the arguments that you'll make. You're prepared to make those arguments today. You'll also be challenged to confront what is in life and then decide whether you settle for the way things have always been or challenge yourself and others to imagine what might be, what is versus what might be. You see, the human organism, I say this as a humble psychologist, is in constant state of trying to close the gap between our aspirational selves and our real selves. So never stop growing. And so I encourage you, all of you, to grasp for the possible and not just settle for what's predictable. I want you to focus less on replicating privilege and more on leveraging the knowledge you discover, teach, and disseminate so that it can be used to resolve the social injustices that are so pervasive in this world. Finally, I'm cognizant as your president that as new graduates, you will also be saddled with tremendous responsibilities. And among those, I'm again reminded about the words of Dr. King. He invites us to consider that life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are we doing for others? So as proud Toros, those regal bulls that represent strength and determination and class. Your character attributes should somehow motivate all of you to not simply focus on self, but rather doing for others, such that the life and the workspaces you will occupy are made better because each of you have been in those spaces. Go out and make this world a better place. It's been our honor and privilege to teach, mentor, advise, and serve you. Go out and make us proud, poised and positioned as those accomplished toros prepared to take your rightful place of rulership and mastery over this world. Thank you very much. Congratulations to you, graduates. And now it's my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce our distinguished chair of the Academic Senate, Dr. Laura Tellamante. Dr. Tellamante, if you would.
Buenos tardes. Hello, everyone. So I'm Dr. Laura Tellamante, and as the outgoing Senate Chair, I get to speak for the faculty today. And I want to just take a moment to welcome the graduates, their family and friends, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Dominguez Hills. Welcome, everyone. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos. Today is the day that faculty and staff work for all year long. We are incredibly proud of each and every one of you attending the ceremony and for everyone graduating in both 2020 and 2021. Your degrees, bachelor's and master's alike, always represent hard work, determination, persistence, and resilience. But you have also persevered and succeeded during a global pandemic. You succeeded during a global pandemic. Give yourselves a hand. Yeah, that wasn't easy, folks. And we know that adjusting to all of the unprecedented challenges made it even harder to make it to this special moment. And you have studied and worked hard, right? You've got all of those quizzes and exams behind you. You did research, you wrote, you presented, and you even published. You collaborated and taught one another in group projects, labs, concerts, and plays. And now you have advanced from students taking in knowledge to becoming knowledge creators. Artists, innovators, scientists, medical professionals, leaders, and activists. Graduation is that moment where we come together in community to celebrate these amazing cumulative Toro achievements. Graduates, you brought strength, knowledge, and diverse cultural experiences to the Dominguez Hills Village, and you contributed to our extremely special community. We're bonded here at Dominguez Hills, and everyone feels it. I know you didn't get to do this year, but I think you can remember what it felt like to walk across the campus, to see people that you knew and you didn't know, to smile, to nod, to know that you were part of a very special place, a place that was safe for you to grow, to become individuals that will go out into the world and make it, as Dr. Parham said, President Parham, a much better place. And along the way, you were supported by the most passionate, dedicated, and remarkable staff, faculty, and administrators. So let's give those folks a hand right now. And once again, let's take a moment for those family and friends, those here with you today, and those who couldn't be with you. Show them the love. Show them how much you knew they were behind you each and every step of the way, even on those days when you thought you just couldn't take one more exam, write one more paper, give one more presentation. Show them the love. Come on, make it loud, make it proud. That's the Toro Nation. So now, as you graduate, know that each and every one of us here, faculty, staff, and administrators, will continue to support your success beyond Dominguez Hills. As you reach your professional goals and aspirations, we want you to continue to dream big, work hard, and share your talents as Toro alums. So now, congratulations, felicidades to the class of 2021. Now it is my privilege to introduce today's student speaker. Please join me in welcoming health science major Jennifer Perez.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, everyone joining us virtually, and of course, class of 2021. Buenas noches. My name is Jennifer Perez, and I am a health science, healthcare management graduate. I am honored, humbled, and privileged to be standing before you this evening. If you allow, let me start this speech a little different. I love to dance. Now, doesn't have to be at a club or a special event, in the kitchen, or even in the shower. I just do. Dancing, as a matter of fact, can take on many forms and meanings. And although we may not realize it, we have all danced plenty this past year. Recently, I discovered a female visionary, artist, and author named Vivian Green who said, "Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain." In short, we must not let life circumstances stopping from letting us achieve our goals, our dreams, or our happiness. Let me tell you a quick story about my dance. I first set foot on this campus fresh out of high school in the fall of 1996. Yes, 1996. I had ideas and dreams and goals, but somewhere along my journey, my first storm arrived. I then left campus and met my share of many other storms. Despite those storms, I didn't give up. It was always in the back of my mind. I kept going and danced my way back here 15 years later in the fall of 2018, to finish what I started. Now, I'm not the only one who's gone through storms. We've all had to endure and continue to endure the biggest storm of all, this pandemic. As students, we learned to learn in new ways. As family members and friends, we learned how to be present without being present. We learned how to hug without hugging. And we learned how to let go of loved ones without letting go. We all learned to dance to get us where we are right here, right now. Although the storm is slowly calming, we can't hang back. There will be other storms in each of our lives, trying times like these that will test you. But as we sit here, about to accomplish what we all worked so hard for, we, the class of 2021, are testimonies that we didn't sit and wait for our storms to pass. We danced through it. We made it through our Zoom classes. We survived our breakout rooms to get our projects done. Many of us even managed that while working, cooking, and taking care of our families. We didn't let the storms of life stop us from our main goal, to be here today. So, as we each thank our loved ones, our friends, and our Toro staff for all of their love and support, thank you. I ask you to make a commitment with me. Storms will come and go. Some will be in our control, and others won't. Look into your heart and find what you seek, be it educational, professional, or personal. The only way to reach your full potential is to be true to yourself and dance your way to it. Now, I guarantee you, it won't be easy, but it'll definitely be worth it in the end. So everyone out there, And class of 2021, let's dance. Thank you. Gracias.
So, Mr. Provost, before we introduce our keynote speaker, I'd like Jennifer to stand again, if you would. I know Jennifer wasn't expecting this either. Understanding when Jennifer arrived to the arena today, that even her family didn't know that she was going to be the keynote speaker today. So we'd like to take a moment and acknowledge your family. Where are they, Jennifer? So let's everybody say hi, Jennifer's family. Where are you at? Say hi. We're so proud of her and proud of all these graduates. Jennifer, congratulations.
Congratulations, Jennifer. It is with great pleasure that I introduce today's commencement speaker. We are honored to welcome distinguished graduates of California State University Dominguez Hills back to campus to speak at each of our commencement ceremonies. We hope that even as you celebrate your own accomplishments and milestones, the words and deeds of these notable Toro alumni will inspire you to continue pursuing your own unique paths to success. Your commencement speaker today is Dr. Victor Rodriguez, who earned his bachelor's degree in biology from Dominguez Hills in 1992 before going on to UC Davis Medical School. Dr. Rodriguez is a clinical professor in the Division of Cardiac and Vascular Surgery and director of the Aortic Center at the UC Davis Medical Center in Davis, California. Born in Mexico, Dr. Rodriguez was raised by his grandparents until the age of 11 when his family moved to Southern California. After high school, he joined the Marine Corps. Upon attaining his honorable discharge in 1986, Dr. Rodriguez got a job as a bus driver and worked his way through school. Dr. Rodriguez completed his AS degree in biology at Cerritos College, then went on to attain a BS in biology from CSUDH in 1992. He was then accepted into the UC Davis School of Medicine, where he graduated in 1996. Dr. Rodriguez is now a board-certified general, vascular, and cardiac surgeon who specializes in diseases of the aorta. In addition to his duties as a surgeon, Dr. Rodriguez serves as the director of the Aortic Center at UC Davis and as a clinical professor at the UC Davis School of Medicine. Please join me in a warm welcome for Dr. Victor Rodriguez as your commencement speaker.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having me today. It is truly an honor for me. I have to mention that I had a hard time trying to come up with what to say. What words of wisdom could I share with you? I didn't want this to be a political speech, though we live in a very political climate that is unfortunately dividing our country. I didn't want to talk about myself because I didn't want to bore you either. So as you can imagine, I was having a hard time with this. So what do I talk about? How do I motivate you to continue and press forward with your endeavors? Well, here's my feeble attempt at this. You've come a long ways, my friends, and you've accomplished a great feat by graduating from this great institution. I look at myself in your shoes when I graduated from Cal State Dominguez Hills, and like you, I had a lot of dreams, a lot of ambitions, and I was determined to be somebody, to leave a mark in this world. In my opinion, leaving a mark in this world in a positive way is the greatest personal achievement a person can ever do. It is what ruled my mind when I was a young student. As you may or may not know, I am a cardiovascular surgeon and professor of surgery at UC Davis. I do specialize in complex cardiac reconstructions and heart transplantations. I have held people's hearts in my hands. I've operated on babies and also very adult people. Every single time that I do this, I am humbled by the fact that these people have entrusted their lives and their lives of their babies to me. It is a huge responsibility, which I do not take lightly. Besides this, another important part of what I do is that I'm faculty at an academic institution, and therefore I'm also a teacher. It is my job to teach the next generation of surgeons who may someday hold my heart in their hands. For instance, More recently, I got a phone call from one of my cardiology colleagues telling me that the ex-chair of the Department of Surgery at UC Davis, who was my old boss and mentor, was in the emergency department with a heart attack. On the way to the emergency department, so many things went through my mind. After all, this was my teacher, my mentor, the consummate professor of surgery, and a man who was responsible for me getting into the postgraduate program of general surgery at UC Davis. But more importantly, he was like my father. So there I go down to the emergency room to see him, with a million things going through my head. When I get there, he's wide awake, he's bright-eyed, with a weak smile. He was frail and stoic, trying to put a good front for me, though I knew he was suffering. I think he knew what may have been going through my mind, and he was trying to make me feel at ease. I hoped that he would have been passed out, that I didn't have to deal with him. It would make it easier for me, because to me, this was it. This was the shot for all the marbles. And though I had done this operation hundreds of times, I did not like that kind of pressure. I also thought of having one of my partners operate on him, since I didn't want to be the one who killed the boss from whatever misfortune happened in the operating room. And I mentioned it to him. His response that he would not have it any other way, that I was his guy, and that he felt very confident on my ability to do the job. So we went to the operating room with all the fanfare that a person of that stature would require. Of course, the nursing staff in the operating room knew him, and they treated him like royalty. So they asked him with what kind of music he would like to listen while going to sleep. Of course, I knew what he would say. I had operated with him hundreds of times. It was Black Sabbath, Santana, Black Flag. Yeah, my boss was a rocker. I knew then that the operation would be fine. Needless to say, it was a success, and he just did fine. He went home. So what is my point of sharing this story with you? My point is that you need to be confident in your abilities. Be confident on what you've learned and carry it with you at all times. And know that all this learning, all this wisdom that these great teachers have imparted onto you will serve you right. One last thing, look at yourselves in me. Use me as a mirror. And remember that it was not long ago that I was in your shoes. If I can do it, you guys can do it too. I'm nothing special. I'll share this with you. I barely eked a 3.7 GPA from this institution, but I was determined to be a doctor, and nobody was going to stop me. You're better than me than I was back then. You are young and bright. You can leave your mark in this world. In your mind, you should always be striving to do better, to do more, and never be satisfied with mediocrity. Finally, I wish I could tell you that this is it, that this is over, that you're done with learning and with education by your scientists and intellects, and the learning never stops. You need to train your minds to understand this. Psych yourselves into wanting to learn more and never be satisfied with what you've done. There's always more to accomplish. If you do this, you will be all right. And when the time comes and you're laying on your deathbed, you're going to say, yeah, I'm ready. I've accomplished all these things that I set out to do. I have left a mark in this world. I have impacted somebody else's life. And I have no regrets. I'm ready. I want to thank the faculty members of Dominguez Hills for all the great work that they've done teaching us to help us get ahead in this world. And to the graduates, thank you for listening. I wish you the best in all your endeavors, and I'm confident that you will do great because you are Toros. Thank you very much. Now, it gives me great pleasure and pride to present the thousands of Toro alumni around the world. As soon to be graduates of California State University, Dominguez Hills, you will join the enormous networks of individuals who were educated from this university, which is now at over 100,000 alumni worldwide. To be a Toro alum is special. It comes with tremendous pride, but also significant responsibilities. We are ambassadors of our alma mater. We have an obligation to help advance our academic mission for future generations and uphold the traditions of our university. I ask that you join me by taking part in this very special tradition that brings us together as alumni, the alumni pinning ceremony. Please remove the pin that was provided to you at check-in. Okay. This pin is a symbol transitioning you from a student to an alum of the California State University, Dominguez Hills. It signifies the scholarly achievements of CHUDH students. Students, please stand. Please pin yourselves and wear this alumni pin with Toro pride. Congratulations, everybody.
Let's have another round of applause for Dr. Rodriguez. Thank you. Thank you so much for being our keynote speaker. Okay, are you all ready for the main event? All right. Now we would like to recognize those baccalaureate graduates with university honors. CSU Dominguez Hills refers to these honors by their Latin designations. Please join me in recognizing these outstanding students. Stand and remain standing if you are an undergraduate student with the following honors designation: cum laude, with honor. Please rise. Magna cum laude, with great honor. Please rise. Summa cum laude, with highest honor. Please rise and remain standing. Congratulations to all our outstanding honors students for their excellent academic performance. Round of applause, please. Now I would like to ask all the master's students to stand for the hooding ceremony. So all master's students, please rise. The presentation of the academic hood to master's degree recipients is a powerful and highly symbolic moment to both the candidate and the institution. The colorful hoods are reserved for those who have attained academic degrees beyond a baccalaureate degree. Color is an important element of all academic ceremonies. The color used to symbolize degrees earned and the areas of study are referred to as faculty colors. The colors of the hoods represent the various fields in which degrees are earned. Candidates for a Master of Arts or Master of Sciences are listed by academic discipline in the commencement program. Master's students, if you have a guest with you, please invite them to join you in this part of the ceremony. If you do not, no problem, you can hood yourself. So I'm going to give you the steps. Get ready with you and your hooder. Step 1, students, turn your back to your family member. Step 2, hooder, turn the colored velvet part of the hood towards yourself. And finally, step 3, place the hood over the graduate with the black fabric lying against the student's back. Congratulations, and please remain standing. Master's students, please remain standing. Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees also please rise at this point? All undergraduate students, please rise for the baccalaureate degree. This is your moment. President Parham, on behalf of the Deans of Health, Human Services and Nursing, and Natural and Behavioral Sciences, I present the candidates for the Bachelor's and Master of Arts and Science for the conferring of their degrees.
Thank you, Provost Spagna. Students, graduates, upon the recommendation of the administration and the faculty of California State University, Dominguez Hills, and by the authority vested in me by the state of California and by the trustees of the California State University system, it is my honor and privilege to confer upon you the degrees for which you have been recommended by your faculty, admitting you to all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto pertaining to those degrees. Congratulations, graduates. I said, congratulations, graduates. Come on, y'all been waiting a whole year to congratulations. Yeah, I like the little dance in the aisle. I like the little shimmy. It's all good. Don't y'all look good? Just take a moment and look at yourselves. Don't y'all look good? Now, what I'd like to do is engage in a little bit of ritual. Y'all ready for some ritual? Okay. Ritual helps to center our consciousness on the task at hand. Our task is to acknowledge each and every one of you graduates in the class of 2021, because that was your request to us as an administration and a faculty. So, graduating class of 2021, we will now commence with reading each and every one of your names. When your name is read, we'd like you to please stand and be recognized. Now, students and families, we are asking all students and their guests to remain until the end of the program so that all of you graduates can be celebrated. Can y'all do that for me? Can you do that for each other? So if you just have a seat, the name readers are going to call your name, and we will celebrate you one by one, because it is that important for you to receive this recognition. So name readers, if you would, as they say, let's get to crack-a-lackin'.
With a degree in anthropology,
Giselle Adams.
Efrain Arroyo.
Arlene Barraza.
Heather Chades.
Jessica Chavez.
Travis Gray.
Viviam Jimenez.
Cassandra Jimenez.
Yesenia Landa.
Elizabeth Maloney.
Yoel Meza.
Nancy Sanchez.
With a degree in behavioral science,
Maritza Arismendi.
Brianna Cartagena.
Nyla Kraft.
Starla Hernandez.
Macy Martinez.
Janet Mejia.
Faustina Noli.
Edith Nunez.
Jennifer Ornelas.
Brittany Rodriguez.
Danielle Ross.
Alexis Thomas.
Vanessa Vilmas.
Matthew Vincent.
Brittany Wise Murphy.
Beatriz Zarate.
With a degree in biochemistry,
Daniel Delaney.
Eric Galdames Calles,
Alex Morand.
Joshua Nelson,
Omar Santizo.
with a degree in biology,
Brenda Bonilla.
Isaac Espinosa,
Sydney Hall.
Jorge Herrera,
Veronica Ibarra.
Camille Magante,
Daniel Mejia.
Benny Morgan,
Danielle Odoms.
Eric Rendon,
Angel Reyes.
Osvaldo Reynoso,
Nicole Roberts.
Milagros Romero Quispe,
Jillian Syens.
Ariana Sanchez Bravo,
Laura Santos Sanchez.
Cassandra Acosta,
Luis Aguilar.
Kirolos Amin,
Priyal Amin.
Nicholas Anaya Licea,
Amro Atia.
Estefania Avila,
Albert Barrios.
Carlos Becerra Ayala,
Joshua Braden.
Jill Kellywag,
Natalia Cardona.
Sergio Chavez,
Marco Seed.
David Contreras,
Matthew Corona.
Christian Anthony Cruz,
Latiz Darnell.
Cindy Estrada,
Rafael Estrella.
Cindy Fajardo,
George Fanus.
Derek Fuller,
Aaron Gaona.
Yesenia Gomez.
Ariadne Gonzalez.
Samantha Guerrero.
Joynaline Hart.
Kenya Hernandez.
Araceli Herrera.
Juan Herrera.
Xiomara Herrera.
Tiana Holbren.
Jennifer Ledesma.
Christian Leyva.
Venus Martinez.
Prudencio Medrano.
Ashley Nelson.
Calvin Nope.
Tubena Obi.
Daniel Orea.
Joanna Osborne.
Pablo Ovalle.
Ahmed Parek.
Israel Pedraza.
Cynthia Perez.
Maribel Ramírez.
Rebecca Ramirez.
Valeria Ramírez.
Paulina Redford.
Mahoon Remmen.
Sandra Rios.
Jacob Rote.
Diane Rodriguez.
Jocelyn Sanchez.
Melanie Sanchez Aguilar.
Kirsten Santiago.
Diana Sarksian.
Ryan Sherman.
Elizabeth Solis.
Sharday Speed.
Judith Stephen.
Erica Strong.
Alyssa Tafoya.
Diane Tapia.
Nyla Taylor.
Natalie Velasquez.
With a degree in chemistry.
Lindsay Luong.
Ricardo Menjivar.
Jocelyn Molina.
Jason Williams.
with a degree in computer science.
Bishal Adhikari.
Jamuna Adhikari Subedi.
Philip Aguilera.
Nouf Alzarani.
Aditya Amin.
Giovanni Arevalo.
Khalil Awad.
Kevin Baker.
Hilario Balahadia.
Brian Baskovich.
Kevin Basta.
Rajan Kumar Bavadia.
Anthony Bruno.
Eulogio Castro.
Steven Chavez.
Christopher Cook.
Alejandro Cruz.
Jared DeRocha.
Alfredo Delgado.
Jared Dixon.
Luan Doan.
Benson Encarnacion.
Michael Fogel.
Jose Gonzalez.
Andrea Gutierrez.
Ron Hernandez Cervantes.
Natalie Infante Razo.
Christian Jackson.
Derek Lieber.
Eder Lopez.
Alan Lozano.
Brandon Lucas.
Manisha Maddy.
Karen Magwana.
Brad McDaniel.
Anand Mishra.
Desmond Monk.
Dylan Montano.
Jade Montano.
James Morand.
Hung Go.
Danny Wynn.
Michelle Wynn.
Surendra Pandey.
Susmita Deepak Patange.
Jay Patel.
Monica Perez.
Thanisha Prasad Thimalapura.
Kenya Rioja Naranjo.
Brian Rivera.
Roberto Rodriguez.
Rogelio Romero.
Giancarlo Ruano.
Karen Salinas.
Giselle Sanchez.
Victor Sanchez Orozco.
Moksha Shah.
Byron Tehran.
Nirne Thulkar.
Francis Trinidad.
Sri Sharmista Tulasi.
Adrian Valencia.
With a degree in computer technology.
Jamal Adam.
Kimberly Jean Arambulo.
Brian Avalos.
Jose Avila.
Shelton Beasley III.
Bonnie Brooks.
Alberto Cuevas.
Jolina Marie de Jesus.
Angel Delgado.
Jorge Delgado.
Jamar Eddings.
Robbie Gourley II.
Dylan Haperle.
Jose Hernandez.
Juan Jimenez.
Carlos Leva.
Miguel Lopez.
Maria Lourdes Lin Lunge.
Martin Luviano.
Luis Maldonado.
Josué Martinez.
Davin McCoy.
Brianna Medina.
Fabian Ontiveros.
Pedro Ordóñez.
Jose Peña.
Ha Pham.
Papa Sapolu.
Kristen Sears.
Megan Sims.
Morgan Thompson.
Monica Walker.
With a degree in cybersecurity,
Daniel Buenos.
Daniel Banuelos.
Evangelina del Toro.
Selena Fisher.
Ed Gomez.
Samnang Fen.
Horacio Santoyo.
Shiyoka Takeuchi.
With a degree in earth science,
Cody Dougherty Wise.
Armando Garcia.
Carly Rivera.
With a degree in environmental science,
Brittany Black.
Justin Elleran.
Orji Ezeyeme.
Kelly Hendergart.
Kanika Pompey.
Kiara Vega Bachuca.
Sophie Wheeler.
With a degree in geography,
Mary Bishop.
Yemi Cazares.
Erica Pasillas.
Zesta Slater Ross.
With a degree in health science,
Satera Akin.
Abdul Salam Alamri.
Tahari Al-Muyid.
Abdullah Al-Mogul.
Saja Al-Quda.
Abdul Mozen Al-Sharhani.
Jocelyn Alvarado.
Erasto Arango.
Jessica Arellano.
Ruth Arguedas.
Amber Agueta.
Anaí Bautista.
Jalela Booth.
Lilibeth Borja.
Lizette Cabrera.
Maria Canales.
Stephanie Cardona.
Arnell Carr.
Cristina Casillas Ruiz.
Stephanie Castellanos Cruz.
Gerardo Sendejas Naravarte.
Katrina Champion.
Shanette Cofield.
Nicole Conejo.
Gilberto Cortez.
Christine Cruz.
Donald Davis.
Jennifer Davudian.
Johanna Degadillo.
Darlene Delgado.
Jasmine Delgado.
Jessica Delgado.
Miledid Delgado.
Savina Diaz.
Jocelyn Dominguez.
Cooper Downey.
Juliana Ebo.
Khalifa Edmonds.
Sharon Elam.
Malak Elokor.
Manar Elokor.
Jasmine Escobedo Becerra.
Fernando Esparza.
Angel Fernandez.
Jeanette Flores.
Aliza Freeman.
Kylene Garcia.
Juana Gasca.
Evelyn Godoy.
Manuel Gómez Maciel.
Liana Gonzalez.
Michelle Gutierrez.
Lisa Hale.
Maletina Havili Ekhang.
Dominique Hawkins Jacobs.
Sabrina Hernandez.
Kelly Huyn.
Juliet Jones.
Nakeba Jones.
Azika Kamal.
Tai-Wook Kim.
Linda Lafarga.
Lorena Ledesma.
Aurelia Lee.
Jessica Leong.
Melissa Lopez.
Joseph Love.
Beatriz Magaña.
Brendan Manuel.
Marianne Marquez.
Ricardo Marquez.
Emily Martinez.
Nicole McDowell.
Jezene MacGyver.
Leslie Molina.
Ruby Montenegro.
Heidi Moran.
Danielle Nakagi.
Susana Namisato.
Paulina Nguyen.
Jose Nino Zavala.
Kevin Ocampo Gonzalez.
Linda Ochoa.
Armand Benjamin Oliverio.
Melody Ortega.
Eddie Ozeguera.
Emily Ovalle.
Catherine Padilla.
Cindy Panjaitan.
Timera Pearson.
Jennifer Perez.
José de Jesús Pérez.
Danilo Plaza.
Loana Popica.
Carla Portillo.
Jennifer Ramirez.
Jamaica Reynolds.
Mary Rico.
Olivia Roberts.
Angel Rodriguez.
Diana Rodriguez.
Leslie Rodriguez.
Micaela Rojas.
Bridget Ross.
Nancy Ruiz Flores.
Emily Scott Swingley.
Eli Sharif.
Megan Sinclair.
Dayona Smith.
Natasha Somerville.
Angela Tejeda.
Michael Toqueras.
Jennifer Topete.
Adriana Torres.
Carla Torres.
Yadira Torres Sotelo.
Ni Tran.
Elizabeth Valadez.
Alexia Vang.
Ana Vasquez.
Melvin Venegas.
Nicole Wallace Stevenson.
Stella Wami.
Jason Welch.
Alexis White.
With a degree in information technology.
Eric Fernandez.
Justin Hinton.
Brandon Santana.
Cameron Siram.
Mary Shrestha.
With a degree in mathematics.
Abigail Acosta.
Valeria Arredondo.
Miguel Angel Barragan.
Susan Banluth.
Alondra Caballedes.
Eric Cajawaringa.
Kelly Colwell.
Gilda Echeverria Morales.
Romel Estal.
Karen Garcia.
Carlos Gutierrez.
Anthony Hernandez.
Van Ho.
Jenna Ikemoto.
Ariana Johnson.
Wendy Lara.
Samantha Lopez.
Ray Dominic Luis.
Karen Claudine Makakulop.
Jennifer Monke.
Alejandra Moreno.
Anthony Rivera.
Jose Salas Morelos.
LaShawnette Smith.
Anand Taira Tadanakul.
Francisco Torres Uribe.
Emanuela Zul.
Kevin Villalta.
With a degree in physics,
Edwin Estrada.
Timothy Kirschner.
Julio Lopez.
Angel Zarate.
With a degree in sociology,
Yvette Acevedo.
Reina Acosta.
Silvia Aguinaga.
Ashley Aguirre.
Aline Acrush.
Leslie Alamillo.
Jasmine Alatorre.
Jocelyn Alcaraz.
Janice Amisqua.
Diana Andrade.
Colleen Appleberry.
Jocelyn Ariola.
Damaris Arroyo.
Karina Banda.
Adriana Banuelos Luna.
Jasmine Barbero.
Jesse Barranco.
Jocelyn Barrera.
Stephanie Barrera.
Liliana Becerra.
Saraí Becerra.
Myra Beltrán.
Luis Bermúdez.
Cynthia Blake.
Nancy Bonilla.
Erica Brown.
Alex Porciaga.
Alejandro Cabral.
Sonia Camargo.
Eve Campos Martinez.
Yvette Cardenas Rosales.
Joy Carrillo.
Matthew Castillo.
Jacqueline Castro.
Tiffany Castro.
Christinia Caltron.
Elizabeth Chavez.
Carla Chavez.
Jasmine Cisneros.
Juan Contreras.
Tirza Contreras.
Alejandra Corona Barajas.
Sofía Covarrubias.
Sierra Dave.
Katie Davila.
Ariana De Leon.
Juvenal Diaz.
Alejandra Domínguez Álvarez.
Zulma Dorantes.
Antavia Doss.
Alejandra Duarte.
Elizabeth Duncan.
Marlene Duran.
Adriana Elizarraras.
Lourdes Esparza.
Byron Esquivel.
Lindsay Evans.
Tony Ewing.
Sarah Fay.
Areli Fernández Pérez.
Khadija Faraj.
Cristal Flores.
Natasha Floyd.
Janet Franco.
Kristen Gaburel.
Silvia Gabra.
Carmen Galias.
Diana Galindo.
Sandy Galindo.
Amy Garcia.
Karina Garcia.
Danielle Garcia.
Fernanda Garcia.
Mayra Garcia.
Samantha Garcia.
Angie Giles.
Clarissa Gomez.
Nancy Gomez.
Kiana Gonzalez.
Amairi Gonzalez.
Erica Gonzalez.
Jacqueline Gonzalez.
Janelli Gonzalez.
Natalie Gonzalez.
Gabriela Goodman.
Vanessa Gregg.
Zakia Griffin.
Nakita Guess.
Betsy Gutierrez.
Estrella Gutierrez.
Guadalupe Gutierrez Martinez.
Amir Guzman.
Melissa Guzman.
Lisha Haley.
Kenisha Harmon.
Carrie Harris.
Essence Hart.
Angelica Harvey.
Aaliyah Henley.
Wendy Henriquez.
Jacqueline Hernandez.
Yesenia Hernandez.
Patricia Hernandez.
Veronica Hernandez.
Viviana Hernandez.
Rigoberto Hernandez Garcia.
Julie Hernandez Gomez.
Micaela Hernandez Hernandez.
April Herrera.
Obed Herrera.
Dijane Hilt.
Saraí Infante.
Cucina Jackson.
Arturo Jimenez.
Arica Johnson.
Maurice Johnson.
Rashida Johnson.
Miriam Lagunas.
Juliana Lara.
Rogelio Larios.
Kimberly Lazo.
Karen Leiva.
Bianca Lemus.
Jessica Lemus.
Jacqueline Leon.
Caleb Liberett.
Jesse Longoria.
Aramis Lopez.
Jasmine Lopez.
Karina Lopez.
Mark Lopez.
Noé Lopez.
Sabrina Lopez.
Tanya Lopez.
Ana Lopez Morfin.
Odalis Macias.
Megan Manriquez.
Pearl Manzanares.
Diana Martinez.
Nadalyn Martinez.
Dana McCoy.
Kanisha McKinley.
Belinda Medina.
Luis Medrano.
Gloria Mejia.
Yvonne Mejia.
Melissa Mejia.
Jasmine Mendoza.
Kenya Mendoza.
Patricia Mendoza.
Philemon Michael.
Anthony Miralrio.
Alexis Mixon.
Gina Monson.
Alba Marina Monterosa.
Sabrina Montgomery.
Martha Montoya Herrera.
Mirna Mora.
Heidi Morales.
Zaira Morales.
Cinderella Moran.
Clarissa Moreno.
Catherine Munoz.
Lisbeth Negrete.
Brandon Wynn.
Brenda Wynn.
Amber Nunez.
Malaysia Oatman.
Maria Lisa Oguke.
Jamilet Oliva Delfin.
Jim Olivo.
Genesis Ortega.
Karen Ortega.
Jennifer Ortega Miranda.
Wendy Paniagua.
Jessica Peñalosa.
Rigoberto Perral.
Julian Peraza.
Adrian Perez.
Diana Perez.
Janet Perez.
Corlette Perry.
Elsie Pineda.
Kimberly Pineda.
Jennifer Pinto.
Jocelyn Portillo.
Jacqueline Ruette Schnicker.
Isabel Pulido.
Ana Ramirez.
Guadalupe Ramirez.
Katrina Ramirez.
Javier Rey.
Mia Reed.
Yolanda Rendon.
Giselle Reyes.
Lisbeth Reyes Chaires.
Vanessa Reynoso.
Ronald Robern.
Cassandra Rodriguez.
Jennifer Rodriguez.
Maria Rodriguez.
Tiffany Rogers.
Michelle Roman.
Adrian Romero.
Anita Romero.
Sandra Ruiz.
Precious Science.
Sonia Salguero.
Lanique Sanabria.
Jaslyn Sanchez.
Juliette Sanchez.
Jasmine Savant.
Jamie Scott.
Amber Segura.
Yesenia Segura.
María de Jesús Silva Corona.
Stacy Smith.
Luisa Sosa.
Ariel Soto.
Jennifer Soto.
Emma Stradley.
Ashley Summit.
Michael Servert.
Lindsay Swain.
Eugenia Talamantes.
Alejandra Tamayo.
Matthew Taylor.
Samoan Thomas.
Albert Tovar.
Juan Tovar Perez.
Tatiana Toy.
Celia Valencia.
Norma Vallejo.
Jessica Vargas.
Oscar Vargas.
Gabriela Vasquez.
Juan Vasquez.
Liseth Vasquez.
Karina Vasquez.
Kaylin Vela.
Fatima Velasco Hernandez.
Jasmine Verdu.
Angelica Verduzco.
Andrea Victoria.
Cynthia Villa.
Evelyn Villagrán.
Berenice Villaseñor Duarte.
Eliza Whitfield.
Marchette Williams.
Nia Willis.
Vanessa Zuniga.
Congratulations to all the graduates.
Congratulations.
One more time, congratulations! Now, give me a few more minutes of your time. We're almost done with the ceremony. So graduates, let me invite you all to please stand. And I want to talk specifically to our baccalaureate candidates. It is a time-honored tradition that those baccalaureate candidates who had yet to receive their degree wore their tassels on the right side of their mortarboard. On the right side of their mortarboard. Having then received their degrees, they were invited to position their tassels to the left side of the mortarboard, acknowledging that they had crossed the threshold as baccalaureate recipients. And so, y'all ready for this? as a symbol of the conferral of your degrees. Baccalaureate candidates, turn your tassels. Now, that's ritual number 2. So here's the last one for the evening. And I thank all of you for standing and being courteous to your fellow, what are now Toro alumni, who deserve your recognition as well. It is tradition on this campus, in what we call affectionately the Toro Nation, to remember a simple slogan that says, once a Toro, what? Always a Toro. So I want to invite everybody in the house, our graduates, our students, our platform party, everybody to stand up on your feet. And I want the people on Central Avenue to the east, University to the south, Avalon to the west, and Victoria to the north. I want everybody to hear you on the count of 3, and we're going to say, once a Toro, always a Toro. Everybody with me? Everybody with me. So, 1, 2, 3. Once a Toro, always a Toro. Congratulations!